Steven here from VT3C again. I'm here to do another video on something a little bit different. So in a previous video, I talked about doing this paint scheme, and I was going to talk about how I did it and everything. But I decided to change this up because where I live, we have multiple environments where we do have a lot of greens, we do have a lot of tans, we do have a lot of browns. I mean, you can even use this, style with the woodland or the tiger stripe. Pretty much, I'd say 90% year round. However, I do live in where it's snowing, and it's currently snowing. So I decided, well, I have ARs that can do, spring into summer and summer into fall. So I have enough ARs for that. So I want to do an AR a little bit different and do a winter one. So Arctic, Alpine, snow camo. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you guys through the process of how to do it. And I'm kind of going from the Multicam Alpine look. So I'm kind of looking for, I'm going to use the blobs, and I'm using a few different things. So I'm mainly using Rust-Oleum paint. I'm using flat white. And then I'm using another one called Ultra Matte Perfect Gray, which will be the middle color. And then I'm just using a flat gray. And this is from Easy Care. So this will be my base color, second layer, third layer. Okay. So first thing you want to do is clear all firearms, tape off anything you don't want to get paint on. I did the trigger, my optics, both if you don't have scope caps, front and back, any lasers, any flashlights, the muzzle. Some people do the trigger. I'm doing the trigger on this, and then the muzzle or the magazine. Well, if you need to, I'm just doing a magazine. So, okay. So obviously, make sure you're in a well ventilated area. I'm inside right now, but I do have a couple windows and doors open. So, also you want to also have some kind of clear coat to do the cover. So, and if you need to, you can also do a heat gun to help you with doing that. So let's get to the first coat. I am going to paint this pouch too, so I'm going to set that just right here. Same thing with the straps. So straps are going to be oriented the same direction. I'm just going to be like this. So first color or first layer I'm going to do, pretty simple and easy, is just going to be a white. And this is not a light dusting. This is an actual good thing. So just start painting it. Over. I'm going to now hit my next side. Just going to pull this stuff off to the side. I'm going to hit my next side. I'm also going to be hitting the top areas. That's why I flipped it like this, so I can hit the top areas of each. So just start with that. Right, so both sides are painted now with the base coat. Now we're going to go on to the second coat, which is the first layer stencil. So the stencils I have are just some I bought off of Amazon, and they came in a big blob and a little blob. And if you look at Multicam, like what I'm wearing, it has big blobs and has little blobs. If you look at Multicam Alpine, which I'll put a picture up, it has mainly the base color, a big blob, and then a little blob. So that's kind of what I'm going to go for. So the first big blob I'm going to do, or the first thing I'm going to do with big blobs, is I'm going to use the big blob stencil with a gray, with like just a normal flat gray. This will kind of set the contrast, and then the last gray will kind of blend it together. So some people, it doesn't really matter. Orientation doesn't really matter. It's personal preference. Me personally, I like to lay it so that the long edges are running down the gun. Okay, so I just find an area that I like with the stencil. And then all I do is, once I have it, is I'm like, well, you know what? I like that one right there. So I'm going to, if I have to, I'll hold it, get a better angle on stuff. And then all I do is just do a light coat over it, like so. On the rifle, and it looks really, really good. I like it. And then all I'll do is then I'll flip it over. Once this is dry, I'll flip it over. I'll do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll finish it off with the last part with the small stencils. Natural dry is obviously a little bit better, but then I'll let it dry, and then we'll go on to the other side. I'll show that, and then we'll do the last coat, and we'll be done. This is what's nice about Multicam Black and Multicam Alpine is they're only multicolor. So like Multicam Black, there's pretty much, you can do different base colors, but really it's really, if you look at the actual pattern, it's black and green, and even some of them have gray in it. I use like a dark charcoal gray. So for me, I usually do those three colors. It's pretty simple. It's not like actual multicam like this, where you have two different kinds of greens, you have two different kinds of gray or tans, and you have brown. So if you think about it, that's 5 colors versus 3. It's a lot easier with layering. Layering multicam, I painted guns multicam, I painted magazines, holsters. It's a lot harder. Standard multicam is a lot harder. This and Multicam Black, I think, are going to be really, really easy. But as far as I can tell right now, this is turning out really, really great. I'm really, really liking this. So we've done our second layer. We're now going to go on to the third layer, and then we'll do our final layer. So this should be pretty quick, pretty easy. I've never used this color before, so it's going to be kind of new to me. So anytime you get a new color, you always want to make sure that you kind of spray it, just see how it looks, but also to prep it, okay? Now you can use a spray gun, all that fun stuff you want to. So I'm just going to lay this over, and I'm just going to do some areas like so, and see how it blends. I mainly want to be over the dark areas to help make it blend a little bit more better. Like so. And the whole idea is to make a blend which will look kind of like that. And I actually really, really like that. Really makes that kind of snow look. There you go. And then what I'll do is I'll do the other side, the top, and then bottom. If I want to do the front of the magazine or magazine wall, I can. Same thing with the grip. And then clear coat. And then that's it. And that would be the, and then you clear coat it to give it a final look. Now, some people like to do a matte. I do a clear satin just to help the colors pop a little bit more. So, so while this is drying, this side, I'll hurry and knock out this here. So I'll just lay this over. I'll try to line up some spots with this. And then I just, like I said, I take this perfect gray and I lay it over. Just like that. And there you go. Now, the thing about, and you can do it on the straps and everything, I'm not going to. But the thing is also, you guys can do is you can alternate. I mean, you could do this gray as the base color and then end it with the white. Or switch it up and have this is the big color or the big blobs and this is the small one. I like it this way just because it's going to tone down those darker colors, where if this was on top, it would be a little bit more prevalent and you would see more of it. So this is going to kind of give you that Multicam Alpine look. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Also, I did paint some other mags. You'll clear coat those, and then those will go into this binder that I painted also, and we'll clear coat that. And then that's it. And I also did one more mag. I've got one side done. I'll do the other side and then I'll do the final set. So that's pretty much going to be it. And then I will come back and show you guys a final picture of it once it's done. So thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions about this or what colors I used, stuff like that. But I wanted something very unique, very different. And this is what I came up with. So thank you guys so much.